Every time you walk into a supermarket, you lose. Not maybe. Every single time. Here's the part nobody tells you. That store isn't designed to sell you food. It's designed to empty your wallet without you noticing. The average person walks in for milk and eggs and walks out having spent 40% more than planned. That's not bad luck. That's not you being weak. That's a billion-dollar science working against you, block by block, shelf by shelf. Think about it. Who designed the layout? Who decided milk sits at the back? Who decided the candy sits at the checkout, right at your kid's eye level? None of it is random. And by the end of this video, you're going to see every supermarket you've ever walked into completely differently. Here's the hidden truth. A supermarket doesn't make most of its money selling you groceries. Grocery margins are brutally thin, often just 1 to 3%. That's it. So how are these companies worth billions? The real money isn't in the product. It's in the shelf space itself. Brands pay supermarkets what's called slotting fees, literally paying rent to sit at eye level. That's why the best cereal isn't the best cereal. It's the one whose company paid the most to be at your eye level. Meanwhile, the cheaper, sometimes better option gets buried on the bottom shelf where you have to bend down to even see it. You're not choosing freely in that aisle. You're choosing from what you were shown. Let's make this real. You walk in for one thing, bread. But to get to the bread, you have to walk through produce, past the bakery smell pumped through vents. Yes, that smell is often artificial. Past buy one, get one stickers, and past an end-of-aisle display screaming limited time offer. By the time you reach the bread, your cart already has 4 things you didn't plan for. This isn't an accident. This is a path engineered by consumer psychologists, the same way a casino engineers a floor so you never find the exit near the slot machines. Supermarkets hire people whose entire job is to study where your eyes go first, and they build the store around your eyes, not your list. Let's talk numbers, because this is an opinion. Studies on retail behavior show the average shopping trip lasts 41 minutes. But only about 13 minutes of that is spent actually finding items on your list. The rest, that's wander time, engineered wander time. Another data point, items placed at eye level sell up to 30% more than identical items placed on lower shelves, even at the same price. And here's the one that should worry you. Nearly 60 to 70% of purchases in a supermarket are unplanned. Not, oh, I forgot I needed that. Unplanned as in, you didn't know you wanted it until the store showed it to you. That's not shopping anymore. That's persuasion at scale, and you're the target every time you walk in. But here's the part that's going to make you genuinely uncomfortable. Everything we just covered, that's the beginner level of supermarket psychology. There's a deeper trick, something tied to your loyalty card, the one you scan for discounts. You think it's saving you money. It's actually tracking you. Wait till you see what that little card is really doing with your data, because it's not just remembering your name. It's predicting your next purchase before you know you're going to make it. We're going deeper into that in a few minutes, and once you see it, you'll never scan that card the same way again. But first, let's talk about why smart, careful people still fall for this every single week. Most people think self-control is the answer. I'll just make a list and stick to it. Sounds smart, right? Here's the problem. Supermarkets already accounted for that. That's exactly why the list items, milk, bread, eggs, are placed farthest apart, forcing you to walk past everything else to collect them. You didn't fail at willpower. You walked into a system that was built to beat willpower. Even disciplined shoppers get hit with something called decision fatigue. After making 20, 30 small choices in the first 10 minutes, your brain gets tired, and tired brains say yes more easily to impulse buys. This isn't about being smarter. It's about understanding you're playing a game where the other side wrote all the rules. Let's look at a real pattern researchers found. A well-known chain rearranged its layout so that fresh produce, which usually sits near the entrance, was pushed slightly further in, right past a bakery section with visible ovens. Sales in that bakery section jumped noticeably within weeks. Why? Because seeing food being made fresh triggers hunger. And hunger makes you buy more of everything else too, not just bread. This is the same principle behind why grocery stores often suggest shopping after a meal, not before, because a hungry brain makes worse financial decisions. It's not a coincidence that bakeries, delis, and hot food counters are almost always placed early in the store layout. It's a calculated hunger trigger. So, does that mean you're stuck losing this game forever? No. Here's the turning point. Once you understand the system, you can build your own counter system. You don't need more willpower. You need a structure that doesn't rely on willpower at all. The goal isn't to avoid supermarkets. That's unrealistic. The goal is to walk in with a plan that makes you immune to the tricks, the same way a poker player who knows the dealer's tells stops losing to the table. From here, we're going to break down the exact steps, practical, doable, nothing extreme, that flip the psychology back in your favor. This is where the video shifts from, here's the problem, to, here's exactly what you do about it. Step 1. Shop with a list. And shop by category, not by memory. Group your list by store sections, produce, dairy, pantry, so you move with purpose instead of wandering. Step 2. Never shop hungry. We already covered why. Hunger overrides logic. Eat something small before you go, even just water and a snack, and you'll spend measurably less. Step 3. Ignore eye level on purpose. Since brands pay to be at eye level, train yourself to scan top and bottom shelves first. That's usually where the better value, non-sponsored options sit. Step 4. Set a cash or card limit before you enter. A hard number creates a mental stop sign your brain respects, far more than a vague intention to not overspend. Step 5. Avoid the end-of-aisle displays completely. Those aren't clearance deals most of the time. They're paid placements, and the sale price is often the same or higher than the regular shelf price elsewhere in the store. Step 6. Use the loyalty card, but block the tracking mindset. Treat every personalized offer as a signal that they've identified a pattern in your spending and are pushing you to repeat it, not a genuine gift. Step 7. Time your trips. Shopping right when a store restocks, usually early morning or midweek, means less crowd-driven urgency and fewer limited stock pressure tactics working on you. None of these steps require extra time or money. They just require you to shop like someone who knows the game is being played. Now here's where people undo all of this. Mistake 1. Thinking a list means you can't buy anything extra. That's too rigid and it breaks by week 2. Allow yourself one flexible item, planned in advance, not impulse-driven. Mistake 2. Falling for bulk deals that aren't actually cheaper per unit. Always check the price per weight or volume, not the sticker price. Mistake 3. Shopping with kids or a hungry partner without a plan. Supermarkets specifically design candy placement at checkout to target children, because they know kids will ask and parents will often give in just to avoid a scene. Mistake 4. Ignoring your receipt. Most people never review what they bought versus what they planned, and that gap is exactly where the leakage happens, month after month. Let's zoom out. If the average shopper overspends by even 15 to 20% per trip, and the average household shops weekly, that's not a small leak. That adds up to thousands over a year, silently, invisibly, just this once item at a time. Now, imagine the opposite. Someone who applies even half of what we just covered. Shopping with intention, avoiding hunger-driven trips, ignoring the eye-level trap. That person isn't just saving money on groceries. They're building a habit of awareness that spills into every other financial decision they make. Subscriptions, impulse online orders, deals that aren't really deals. The person who acts on this today builds real, compounding savings. The person who waits keeps funding a system that was never designed to help them in the first place. Let's bring it all together. Supermarkets aren't just stores, they're engineered environments, built on psychology, data, and paid placements, all designed to move you past your list and into impulse territory. The eye-level trick, the hunger trigger, the end-of-aisle deals, the loyalty card that watches more than it rewards. None of it is random, and none of it is your fault for falling for it before. You weren't given the playbook. Now you have it. Shop with a plan. Shop full. Ignore what's placed for you and look for what actually serves you. Small shifts, applied consistently every single week, turn into real money kept in your pocket instead of quietly handed to a system built to take it. Here's one most people never think about. Supermarkets rotate their layout on purpose, sometimes every few months. Why? Because once you know where everything is, you shop faster and spend less. Your brain goes on autopilot and skips the impulse aisles entirely. By moving things around, they force you to wander again, which means more exposure to triggers. So here's your advanced move. If you notice your usual store suddenly rearranged, treat that as a red flag moment, not a random inconvenience. Slow down, pull out your list, and consciously resist the new path they're pushing you through. This single habit, recognizing when you're being redirected, puts you ahead of probably 90% of shoppers who just assume the store got a makeover. Here's the truth. This isn't just about supermarkets. It's about noticing the systems built around you every single day, quietly designed to take more than they give. The people who build real wealth aren't the ones who never get tempted. They're the ones who see the trap before they walk into it. That's exactly what this channel is for, breaking down the hidden economics behind everything you interact with, so you stop playing a game you didn't know the rules to. If this opened your eyes even a little, subscribe, because next time, we're breaking down a system even bigger than the supermarket, one that touches your paycheck before you even see it. See you in the next one.